Reindeer pulling a bloated Santa across the roof. The house itself was built of red brick and topped with a series of peaked roofs, and there was a small paved path curving up to the imposing front door. Property was cheaper here than in Austin. Most places were cheap compared to Austin, but this was definitely the house of someone who wasn't shy with a few bucks. It threw her off a little, this house. Cait scanned the street for any sign of movement. The windows on the houses were squeezed shut, and the only light came from the pretty street lamps that lined the sidewalk. A child's red tricycle lay in a driveway, forgotten until tomorrow. She pictured a plump-cheeked toddler riding up and down the sidewalk, legs pumping, little fingers clutching the handlebars, wind rushing past as she sped up, shrieking with joy or terror, or maybe both. The road had emptied out pretty quickly once she was out of Austin's sprawl, and soon it was just her and a few fellow travelers driving along the long, flat, endless road. The view didn't change much, just empty plains stretching out as far as she could see, briefly interrupted by the green of watered lawns and neatly plotted houses that signaled a town. 8 hours later, and here she was, waiting. She shifted in her seat, scratched an itch, stifled a yawn. She'd need to get coffee once they were on the road. She didn't want to stop until they were clear of the city. She checked the clock on the dashboard. 12:10. Pickup had been at midnight, but she'd gotten there a few minutes early just in case. She'd been waiting for a while now. It happened sometimes. People got nervous, had second thoughts. If they changed their minds, they were meant to give her a signal. Flick the lights 3 times quick, and she'd know they weren't coming. 2 flicks meant there was trouble and she should call the police. So far that night, there'd been nothing. She wasn't worried, at least not yet. She scanned the road again. All quiet in Pleasantville, every car tucked up in its garage, every person tucked up in bed. Out of the corner of her eye, she caught something. One hand gripped the wheel, the other the gear shift. This could be it. Her heart pounded in her chest. She watched a possum slinking under a thick hedge and shuddered. She'd grown up with possums, but that didn't mean she didn't hate them. They were cute enough as babies, but when they were full grown, they were mean little suckers. Still, a possum wasn't going to give her any trouble. Eyes back on the house. Still dark. Still nothing. The clock read 12:15. She'd give it another 5. They weren't meant to linger. Lingering attracted attention. If one of the neighbors happened to get up to use the bathroom and see a beat-up old Jeep parked out front, they'd call the cops quicker than a lightning bug in July. And nobody wanted the cops involved in something like this. You never knew which way they'd swing. One of the curtains in the house twitched, and a moment later a light came on downstairs. This was it. Now or never. She straightened up in her seat and wiped the mascara smudges from under her eyes. Get ready. As soon as she gets in the car, you gotta go. A few seconds later, a blonde woman wearing a pressed white shirt and khakis emerged. She had a bag slung over her shoulder that looked expensive. Actually, her whole person looked expensive, slick and golden and whistle clean. Cait watched the woman lock the door behind her, hesitate, check again that it was locked. Sweat pricked at the small of Cait's back. Come on, come on, come on. The woman stole glances at the neighboring houses and hurried down the path. Cait reached over and swung the passenger door open from the inside. The woman's face appeared. Hi, Rebecca? Cait made sure to smile when she said the woman's name. It was important to put them at ease as quickly as possible. The woman nodded and climbed in. Her smell filled the Jeep, cotton and vanilla and sandalwood. I'm Caitlin, she said, though the woman would have known that already. But but you can